I want to show that fool how to like how to hop on tables and stuff like that, but I have a feeling he's gonna be a slot machine type of guy. I don't know, just something about Ray just speaks penny machine, you know. I don't know, bro, he's kind of Jewish. Anyways, all right, what's going on, boys? So today you guys aren't listening to Mike Jones, you guys are listening to Spider-Man. All right, so this is Spider-Verse right here, bro. This is the second universe, and welcome to the fucking 8th pod. It should be 8th pod just because I labeled it wrong on my last podcast. Apologize for that, but this podcast should be a sick one. We got a couple things to talk about right here, boys. Bro, so I'm not sure if you guys have been like seeing this whole Andrew Schulz, Nelk boys type of thing that's going on. So as of lately, it's been rumored that the Nelk boys, well, it's not even rumored, it's actually been confirmed that the Nelk boys actually did not drop the Andrew Schulz podcast. Like, they completely scrapped it. Now, the only reason I could think that they fully scrapped it is because it's Steiny. So they did post the Steiny podcast with the Bradley Martin where he got, you know, pressed all the way through, and literally, bro, it was the funniest shit ever because everyone loves to see Steiny get roasted a couple times. But apparently this one was a little bit too hard to post, a little bit too hardcore to post, so they didn't end up posting it at all. I would figure even if the editing team couldn't edit it down, it must have been a good majority of the podcast, you know. So it is an interesting thing that I would love to see. Only thing is, I don't know if how much it's gonna take for them to release it. Maybe if like Steiny gets kicked out and like he does some stupid shit, then they'll post it. But till then, I don't know. So what I was telling Ray, because I actually just filmed a podcast right before this, was that maybe they were making a shit ton of gay jokes towards him and he just didn't know how to like defend them, because you know how like there's a shit ton of rumors about him and Gabe. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like maybe Steiny just didn't have any comebacks, because like even when you do have a comeback towards a comedian, I mean, you're just giving him more content to like fucking feed off of, you know. Comedians just think like 2 steps ahead. I mean, that's the only shit part. Like, in order to go to a comedy show, I think that you really do have to have a strong character, especially if you're gonna sit within the first 3 rows, because more likely than not you're gonna get chosen on, you know. But anyways, Andrew Schulz is 6'2", so if Steiny felt pressured or anything by anything that, you know, Schulz was saying, I just kind of want to ask you guys. So Steiny, obviously known as little bitch, okay, I'll say that, a little bitch, and then you got Andrew Schulz, who is 6'2", but he's a very, very skinny, scrawny guy. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Steiny takes him, or you think Schulz takes him? I mean, Schulz was training with Sean O'Malley like maybe about 3 weeks ago, right about, but the only thing was like they were doing light sparring. So I'm just saying, I don't know, it's a good fight. Maybe we make it in the future. Anyways, boys, I know that you guys do see the new place right here. This is the new cribbo. A lot to come still. I mean, we still got a couple posters and a couple things like a desk and everything to add into the room, but it's gonna come there. It's gonna get there. All right. We got a new podcast studio. It's gonna be downstairs, making that into the little man cave right there where we could do we're gonna do some sofas and everything. All right, we're gonna do some comfy fucking porno couches, so don't worry about that. Our podcast is gonna be all sick still. All right, a couple of new things that are coming up. So I do live in California right now. It's fucking hot as fuck, and in the last couple videos, I know that you guys were able to hear the AC finally, central AC, so no more noise and shit like that. We should be all in the clear. You guys aren't gonna hear that no more, and I get to wear full outfits again, like without sweating. I know that you guys have been used to seeing me all sweaty and shit, but super excited, guys. I'm planning on making like a new gym, like a home gym type of thing, but I want the whole Captain America, the Spider-Man, all those type of weights and stuff, because you know those are badass as fuck. I like those a lot. But we do have a couple of things to talk about. I'm sorry to like, you know, go on and on about the new thing. It's just I'm excited to do a house tour. MTV Cribs coming at you guys pretty soon. So we do have the Implosion thing that has been going on. So I kind of want to know what you guys think from you know, my viewers and stuff like that. As far as my take on it, the implosion happened maybe on the way down, and I'm 95% sure of that. Only 5% that I really do think that they took 3 days before they found them imploded. Like, I think that they had those pictures, they were just keeping them and stuff like that. Like, they weren't necessarily releasing it to the media, because I mean, there's only a vast amount of people that have access to those photos, you know. But I think that they were just trying to retrieve the bodies, found out that there was nothing to be retrieved right there except implosion debris. So that's the only thing that I think was held off from the media. Other than that, I do think that they blew this into a proportion where it almost seems into a sketchy type of thing, guys. Meaning, as far as, like, it felt like as if they were trying to take our eyes off something. This implosion thing, it really felt like they wanted the media to focus in on one thing and one thing only, kind of like the Johnny Depp case. Just because our society is so addicted to like content consumption, so as soon as something comes out and they have the society's point of view and everyone's locked in on that, I mean, we saw it take over like literally every single social media platform, which I'm not sure how you guys feel about like the whole joking thing about you know, the implosion thing type of thing, but I thought it was a little bit too early. But you know, that's just how our society is driven nowadays. We're not really in a culture where we care too much. It's just more, you know, clip culture where everything just passes by everyone's mind within 7-10 seconds and then gone. And yeah, everyone just wants their like 5 seconds of fame. So I assume that that's why everyone was making the joke. I mean, I'm guilty as charged. Obviously, I did laugh at a couple, but there's a certain time limit before you could start doing these type of things. You know, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But it is good to know that whether the implosion did happen or not, I know that it obviously did. I mean, as far as like the actual incident of, you know, them actually dying, because I have this theory that those people might still be alive, and it was just a sham type of thing, like I said, to keep our eyes off of something else. But you never know. Anyways, boys, moving on. We got Sharif Moore. So I think I'm saying that name wrong. Let me double check it just so that you guys don't quote me as something wrong. All right, give me a second, boys. Anyways, I hope everyone's fucking week has been going by good. My week's been going okay. Just some stupid shit happened yesterday, but other than that, we should be in the clear. Let me double check something. So Carlisha Hood, I'm sorry, Moore is the person that unfortunately did pass away. But just to get into this, so Kanisha Moore, she basically was inside ordering food as anyone else would, and there was this random guy that just appeared behind her, and I want to know the context behind the argument, because like that leads to a lot, you know. But anyways, they were standing in line, and let's just say you are a 14-year-old kid, boy or girl, doesn't matter, and your mother texts you, and when you're in the car and she tells you, hey, like, there's someone giving me issues right here, I just want you to come over here, you know, just for safety purposes, like just to help me out in case something happens. Okay, that happens, that transpires. The guy comes, the kid, the 14-year-old son comes to the doorway, like right here. He's standing right there and he's holding his gun, and just like right here, but like obviously, so the guy can't tell that he has a weapon, obviously not. So basically the mom kept arguing with the guy, and we do hear the man say, you know, just grab your food, which leads me to think maybe was she instigating it, but we never know. That's why I say I want the context of the full story, because we only got a little clip of it, and the clip that we got was him saying, just get your food, and if you say another word, I'm gonna sock you, which obviously that's not valid anywhere, because it's never okay to just, you know, straight up sock a female like that. It never is. So point is, if you guys have seen the video, I'll go ahead and put it up here finally. But he ended up socking her in the face 3 times, and as any 14-year-old kid would, because the man was 32 years old, he's a grown man, he has his full strength. It is intimidating for a 14-year-old. He's not going to be able to fight the guy off, and in my eyes, that is a form of self-defense. He pulled out his gun after the first strike, he waited up until about 2 to 3 strikes struck his mother, and then he was finally able to shoot him. And he shot him once, and Mr. Moore, he did run out of the establishment. And then basically what ends up happening is the mother tells him, hey, go chase him type of thing and kill him. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, I don't know if that was the right call, but as someone that just got punched in the face by a grown man, especially if you're a female, I can see where tensions might be risen and like blood pressure might be up all the way. So you just feel like, you know, you need to do that. I don't want to say it's valid, but it is understandable to the point where they're coming from, which is why there's many people siding with them. So basically, he follows him outside, the 14-year-old boy, and he shoots him one more time in the back. And in that time, he was pronounced dead. Mr. Moore, 2 shots to the back. But now, here's the tricky part, guys. The mom, okay, she ends up telling her son, hey, there was a witness back in the restaurant, okay? And when he goes back in the restaurant, he's tried to fire off at that guy too. He tries to fire off at that guy. Didn't get anything. The guy's still alive. So the mom's bond was set to $3 million, and then the kid, because he is a juvenile, it hasn't been released just yet. So we'll go ahead and follow up with this case a couple times, but it's just an insane incident that you feel like, dang, I really want to be on the mother and son side, for the simple fact that, like, what else is the 14-year-old boy gonna do? He's not gonna let his mom get jumped right there in the place, you know? Like, so I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I personally side with the mother and son. I just want to know more context about the argument that was leading prior to that. But other than that, I do think that it was a valid self-defense. As far as the witness, I mean, the witness would have done her good, if anything, as far as, like, you know, being able to present evidence rather than trying to kill off your evidence, you know? So I don't know, it's a tricky case, but I'm excited to see, not excited, I'm intrigued into looking into the new case updates within this case, you know? But anyway, switching on to a new topic, I gotta go ahead and plug in my laptop real quick, so I'll be right back. All right, boys, you know, one thing I just realized, it sounds so much better when I'm just doing like a solo podcast sometimes. Not to be fucked up, not as far as conversation wise, because I'm talking to my fucking self right here like an autistic dude, but I'm saying as far as like how it sounds for you guys, it does sound like a lot more appealing. And what I've noticed is just like anytime that I get more than like a fucking, okay, that was sus about like a fistful away from the microphone, it does sound like a little bit you know, like as far as like echoey and a little bit as far away. So I'll go ahead and try to fix that. I'm gonna try to get a new microphone so that every person does. I want to get those clip-on microphones, like the wireless ones and stuff like that, but slowly but surely, boy, slowly but surely. There you go. I'm about to do some fucking ASMR for you boys right here. All right, you ready? Send it, boys. That's actually very fucking good. I didn't think that was gonna be good, because it's a fucking seltzer. You know, we're no longer white boys over here. We're no longer white boys. We don't want to do only seltzers out here. But anyways, let me take these off. All right. So we got a couple more topics right here. Let me double check what they are. So we got No Hard Feelings. So if you guys haven't heard about this movie just yet, basically it's this movie with a 19-year-old kid. He has some rich ass fucking parents, like Gordon Ramsay type shit, and basically he's an antisocial dude, so he doesn't like talking to girls, he doesn't like fucking interacting with his friends unless they're online. And they hire this girl, Jennifer Lawrence, so that, not an escort, but it's like they're dating and stuff like that, you know? But the whole point is that they want her to hook up with him in order for her to get the reward of dating her son. Anyways, super good movie, probably the best movie of 2023, and I think that you guys are gonna enjoy that movie. Like I said again, No Hard Feelings. Jennifer Lawrence, the one from Hunger Games, so there you go. You guys finally get to know who that is. I did end up watching it. You know what I've noticed I've been doing? Well, two things. One, I always get the burps while I'm on the podcast. I hate that. And second, I've been doing a lot of Thursday, like early release movies. I gotta start doing reviews on that, just because I watch it like the day before, and then Friday, I mean, dude, it's so packed at the movie theater. I hate going on Fridays, but Thursday nights, promise you, it's always empty. And then plus, I just found a new movie theater that's super empty all the time. I would tell you guys, but that's going government. I can't tell you what city I'm in. All right. So moving on, boys. We got a couple other things to talk about. We got the Conor not fighting this year. Okay, so everyone was hyped because obviously the Ultimate Fighter just released. He was making promises that he's gonna whoop his ass, you do what you're told, and all that shit. But he missed the USADA pool. And if you guys aren't my UFC fans out here, but you guys know what USADA is, basically they just want to double check that you're not on steroids or anything like that. So you have to get tested by USADA, and that's basically you peeing in a cup in front of them, you doing like weekly tests, sometimes daily, depending on how juiced you are and they think you are, you know. Point is, he was supposed to go by June, I believe, 15th. It was June 15th that he was supposed to, you know, enter into that, but unfortunately, because everything going on, I don't think that Conor McGregor will be fighting this year, as he did not enter the USADA pool, and especially with all the allegations that just came up against him, which we haven't spoken about. I do not think that it is to proportion that everybody is trying to make it, for the simple reason that I don't think that it fully I believe that he's a weirdo and he spits on himself to get himself hard. I just don't fucking believe that he would you know, physically assault her in order to get her to do you know, these actions type of thing. And not only that, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys have seen that she voluntarily did walk into the restroom, and not only that, she also did go to the club afterwards with him. And I'm not sure about you guys, but I don't know how many people genuinely go to a club or to a party with the person that just sexually assaulted them, whether they feel unsafe or not. I'm pretty sure there was more than enough times where she could have called authority or anything at that point. I just think that towards the end of the night, she realized what she had in her bag and was like, dang, you know what, maybe I could just make an allegation right here. I don't know how the whole thing's gonna turn out. It's still under investigation. But all I'm gonna say, guys, is when was the last time that we saw someone within the like top 30 richest people in the world be convicted of something, you know, especially of this matter? Not to, you know, brush anything under the rug, but when was the last time that we saw someone as rich as Conor McGregor trialed for something like this and actually charged? It just doesn't happen nowadays, and you know, that is unfortunate for a lot of people that our court system works in a way like that. But you know, in this physical manner, I don't think that it did happen. I think that it is being stretched to proportion. And also, I just genuinely think that Conor McGregor has too much on his plate and too much in his life to be trying to do something like that, you know. But, you know, to each their opinion. We'll go ahead and see how things turn up. I think that the UFC will disregard this. I mean, we just saw Dana White fucking slap his wife, which that got disregarded pretty crazy. But other than that, I think that this is gonna brush by. Like I said, we live in a clip content society where people's attention span and people's memory only lasts so long, you know. Okay, moving on. Unfortunately, we didn't get to watch that fight. So who do we think Michael Chandler goes up against next? He does have a couple, you know, fights that he could do, just because I do want to see Michael Chandler actually like do something worthy of staying within the top 5. I would love to see him fight like a Rafael Fiziev or like a Benio Dariush, like someone that could grapple, just to know that, like, you know, as soon as he gets in there with Islam Makhachev, he's not gonna just get fucking submitted within the first round, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that Michael Chandler is not the type that you should continuously give title shots to if you know that it's just gonna make money type of thing. It should be a champion that, or a contender. It should be a number 1 contender that is actually going to do something past 3 rounds and, you know, fully go the long way, the long distance. Anyways, moving on from UFC, because I know a lot of my viewers aren't too much UFC fans, we are gonna go on to a little bit something lighter. We have Have you guys seen the game Only Up, by the way? So I've been trying it out. Not too bad. The only thing is no autosave, boys. So let's just say if you're going all the way up, you're like 8 hours in, you haven't fallen off, you're killing that shit. Next thing you know, you fucking slip off of a little fucking thing that like you just slip. And then you go all the way down 6 hours behind, because if you don't catch yourself, you literally go all the way back down to the floor. So that's a fucked game, and I wouldn't recommend it. It reminds me of like a Flappy Bird, like something that makes people rage. And I'm not sure if you guys remember Flappy Bird, but like, you remember people were killing themselves over that shit? That's it. That's crazy, bro. But that's why we only stick to Fortnite, bros. That's why we only stick to Fortnite, because we know we could get dubs on there. All right, so right now, boys, we went to the gym earlier today, and we did end up hitting 2 plates finally. So fucking grown man shit. The only thing is, I feel like I keep on trying to lose weight, because I finally hit my 190. I hit 192 pounds, but that's like my bulk. Like that's what I wanted to do initially. I wanted to get up to like about 200 right about, and then just cut down to like about 170, so that I could just be really toned and with all that muscle that I had packed on. The only thing is, I found it so hard to be able to do lightweight again, because it feels like, I don't know, bro. I just feel like a pussy if I'm doing like lightweight in the gym. So it's been tough, because almost every time that I lift, I'm lifting heavy, and then I get home, I get on the scale, whether it's morning or nighttime, and I'm like 2 pounds heavier. So yes, I have the BMI tracker and all that, so it does say that my muscle mass is going up as well. The only shit part is like, I'm trying to lose weight right now, not gain muscle mass. So yeah, that's the only shit part, because we have a Vegas trip coming up in about, what's the date right now? Today's the 26th. In about like 18 days. So it's the homie's birthday. Co-host over here, fucking Raymond Sandoval. The only shit part is that we were supposed to be taking this diet thing super serious since early June, and we have not been, boys. So now we got at least 18 days to work. You know, it's all diet from here, and then so that we could not look bloated out there and stuff. But super exciting trip. We did have an Airbnb planned, because you know, Ray's owner of his house has a place out there that we could stay, but the only shit part is the pool's not filled, so we just figured, you know what, might as well just rent a hotel room right now. So we're gonna be staying at the Flamingo. Super excited about that. We're gonna make a Vegas vlog right there. But okay, so Friday night we got Lil Jon tickets, so we're gonna go see Lil Jon. That should be fucking lit. I'm excited for that. Saturday we're gonna go to a pool party. I think it's at the Virgin Hotels, so you know, I'm able to get in. I'm not sure if Ray Big Dog over here is gonna be able to get in. I heard they only let in virgins. My bad. Don't promise you guys I don't got COVID. But I'm super excited for that. I think this is Ray's first time like actually out there in Vegas, like as far as like going to clubs and stuff. Like first time being 21, but he's finally turning 22. So if you haven't been to Vegas when you're 21, what the fuck are you doing, you know? So I'm going to be showing you guys the garage setup later on today. Not today, later on in another video. Just have to get a couple things in order down there, which I have to order a new punching bag too, dude. I'm super excited to order a new punching bag. I had a reflex bag, which is just like that one that comes back to you and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get a heavy bag finally, so that I can, you know, learn how to take big body foods like Ray down, like 240 pounds and shit. 240 pounds of straight gentle. What else do we got going on, bro? I feel like there's a lot going on and we just haven't been talking about it right now. All right, boys, so we're just gonna free ball this next one, okay? Just because we don't have any topics right now. All right, boys. We didn't come prepared this time, and just with everything going on right now, it'll get better. All right, just some fucking, it's a lot happening right now. We enrolled back in college. We got the car stuff going on, we got work going on, and we also got fucking the move going on. So we got a couple things. But just to finish off the podcast, I'm not sure if you guys saw the John Jones versus Francis Ngannou beef. So John Jones fighter, well, one of his friends, he was coaching him in his corner, and it was for PFL. Now, if you guys don't know, Francis Ngannou just signed to the PFL, and Francis Ngannou is like the UFC's #1 enemy right now, because they don't want any light going to PFL, because Francis just signed this big ass deal where anyone that fights him gets $1 million, just them. Okay, it might be 2 million if I'm not wrong. Anyways, he ends up if that's a competitor that gets like $1 million to 2 million, let's just imagine how much Francis Ngannou's actually getting. Which is why Dana White's a little pissed, and he's like, this doesn't even make sense. Like, no person's gonna make that much, nor are you gonna sell that much to make that much. The point is, we might just see that come true, because Francis Ngannou actually went up to John Jones. See, this is what I'm talking about, the fucking burps. But Francis Ngannou just did walk up to John Jones, and the first thing that he tells him, he's like, hey, so how do we get this done? John Jones, being the fucking legend that he is, grips him from both biceps, and he's like, okay, like light work type of thing. And we end up seeing John Jones being like, I'm a king, I've always been a king, and I'm gonna forever be a king. And in fucking Francis Ngannou's eyes, you'd figure like you'd tell him like, no, like, I'm the king. But no, I feel like he just was like, well, like, let's figure out a way to make this happen. And I'm excited to see this happen. If it does, the only shit part is John Jones was wearing a whole PFL shirt, so that could not have been good for the conversation between him and Dana White, especially because of all events that he could have done it at. He ends up doing it at PFL. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Daddy Dana is gonna fucking be pretty pissed, bro. Pretty pissed. You know what else I've been watching lately, guys? And if you haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, boys, go watch the Arnold Schwarzenegger documentary or limited series on Netflix. Such a good series, boys. Such a good series. Like, one thing that he did teach me, it's that your body knows what you do on a daily basis. Okay? Your body is going to support you in everything that you need. Meaning, it knows how much strength that you can access. It knows how much time that you can go. It knows the point where you're fucking gonna throw up. Okay? It knows everything about you. It knows how much power to give you. So if you're on a consistent basis, okay, consistent, or not even consistent, just twice, 3 times a week, just that your body could be shocked, okay? Just shocking your body. Your body knows how much you fucking need, how much energy you need. Your body's not shutting off on you, which is why I hate so many people that like choose to be lazy or like choose not to add on weight to things, because it's like your body knows that it could sustain the strength that you're trying to accomplish right now. It's the whole pushing limits now. And as of lately, I've been noticing, like, because I've been like more lifting heavier and stuff, like, your body is going to support you. Honestly, like, progressive overload is something that I can preach all fucking day long, because it's something that I went through. I mean, I was 135 pounds. Now I'm 192 pounds. Progressive overload, I can speak on all day long, bro. It's just a lot of people are scared of feeling like, I'm gonna hurt my body, I'm gonna tension my muscle. Like, no, dude, like, the body needs this shock. The body needs that shit to grow. Without it, fucking Arnold would have been nowhere, bro. He can't be RoboCop all times, bro, but he was a fucking unit outside of that RoboCop shit. So that's why I'm saying, bro, it's all just shocking the body. And that is a legend right there. Go watch that fucking documentary. Such a fucking legendary dude. And I think it makes it even funnier that fool doesn't even talk like perfect English and stuff like that, I don't even know how the fuck he was our governor, but that's for California to think and not me. Hollywood Productions, bro. Hollywood Productions. So I'm pretty convinced, guys, that I have what's that word called? I have a fucking virus on my computer, or a Trojan in YouTube terms. It's probably just some fucking Hindu dude named Habib behind the fucking screen that's watching me. But I hope you like what you see, bro. These big ass fucking balls are gonna be up in the camera if you keep fucking around sending me ads, bro. But I'm gonna figure out how to take off that virus, just because it's been sending me a lot of pop-up ads and stuff like that. And you know, at first I was sketched out. I was like, maybe he could see what I'm doing and stuff like that. But you know what? If he wants to see what I'm doing, damn, boy, living better than you, dog. Living better than you. That's what I'm doing. Anyways, I don't know what else to talk about today, boys. It's getting hotter in California, so probably hit the beach next week. I want to start doing more different like content and stuff like that. It's just a lot's been going on. A lot of stuff, but hopefully by like mid-July we should be all cracking and rolling, guys, back to normal. All right, boys, so to whoever stuck around throughout this video, I seriously appreciate you guys. I know I've been slacking a little bit. It is gonna get a lot better. I know I keep saying that, but just have some patience. I promise you we're gonna get there. Justin, I want you on this podcast. Eddie, I want you on this podcast. Other Justin, I want you on this podcast. Richie, you fucking dark motherfucker, Hindu, I love you. I want you on this podcast. I want a couple people on here, so help me out, boys. You know, we got a lot to go, but we're gonna get there. The whole point is to keep pushing, you know. The whole point is to not stop no matter what anyone thinks. And you know, I feel like no one should care what anybody thinks. At the end of the day, it's just you in this world. You came into this world by yourself. You're gonna go out by yourself. I mean, besides your mom's vag, I mean, you can leave that part out of the equation unless you want to be a weirdo, you know. But you know, if no one's supporting you in life, just know that there's two things supporting you, like, and that's your left and right ball. And if you're a girl, that's your left and right boob, you know. So everyone keep striving. I know I'm striving. Shit's hard, but you know what, if I'm battling certain stuff, I know that you guys are battling harder stuff, because there's always someone that has more shit going on than you. You know, if everyone throws their shit in a pile, I promise you, you'll grab your shit and run back with it, you know. So I appreciate all you guys for watching. Just to get deep before I fucking leave, you know, 6 inches deep, 5 inches deep, maybe only 2 inches deep. You guys will never know, dick. But anyways, fuck with you guys, and I'll catch you guys next podcast, episode 9, motherfuckers.
Is there anything that you would like to say to the viewers?
In fact, I would. You said it was perhaps the most epic party of all time. It was the most epic party of all time.
Okay, I was...
What they do, let me on it. We be really jugging and robbing. We be really plotting.